Hey everybody, thanks for coming to check out today's video. Today I am going to be making an industrial style lamp using a ton of these nuts, and I'll be using this metal bowl to do it. So let me show you how I did it. So my plan was to start out by making just the starting base of the lampshade. So I started putting a bunch together, put it in the bottom of the bowl, and the thought was I was going to just line them up all the way up in, just interlocking rows. But then I started to realize that as soon as you start making the turn to come up the sides of the bowl, angles change and things don't fit the same as, when they're laying flat. So very quickly I realized this idea was not gonna work, and I had to figure out if there was a way to salvage what I started with. And in the end, no, there was no way to salvage it. So I threw it aside and decided to just start over. So attempt number 2, I just started winging it because my plan went out the window. So knowing that I needed to have more space between each one of the nuts so they would fit in the pattern that I'm looking for, I kind of came up with an idea that why don't I make individual rows stemming out from the center and make it kind of look like a jellyfish? Because, I don't know, they kind of look like tentacles. Whatever, that's what I'm going with. So for the first set, I went point to point on the nuts coming up the sides, and the second set that I'm putting in between each one of those, I'm going flat to flat, so it gives it that alternating pattern going all the way around the lampshade. So I'm going to finish up tacking all of the nuts for the shade together. Now I can move on to making the base of the lamp. I'm using a wheel adapter, and I think it's a transmission belt sprocket for a motorcycle. I don't know. I got the pieces in a box from a buddy. I just thought they would look real cool for the base of this. So I'm going to center the adapter onto the sprocket and just tack each one of the individual points where it makes contact, because it doesn't need much more than that since it's just a lamp. So with the base done, I moved on to making the arm that will hold the shade for my lamp. I'm using 1-inch roller chain, and again I'm using the bowl to try and keep it a consistent circle, which as you can see is a little bit of a struggle for me, but it came out pretty good in the end. And I actually left a few links loose so I could adjust the shade if I needed to later. With the arm all tacked up, I moved on to mounting it to the actual base. I put it just below the sprocket and tight to the, corner that the adapter and the sprocket made, because I wanted more points of contact that I could tack, because this is going to be pretty heavy and I wanted to make sure that the arm doesn't just, fall off. Now I was finally able to attach the shade to the arm. I put the chain just off center of the center nut because I wanted to make sure that I left enough room for my actual, socket wiring to fit through. And I was pretty happy with how it came out, so I move on to the last piece that I'm actually adding on to the lamp. I'm using valve springs that I will run the wiring through, and I thought it was just a, fun way to add a little bit more accent to the lamp and make sure that the wire follows the back of the lamp nicely and doesn't just kind of fall off to the side or something. With all of that done, all that's left is for me to clean the entire thing, and I'm actually going to just put a simple clear coat on it because I still wanted to, have that metal look, but I don't want it to rust. So as soon as I'm done doing all that, I'll show you how I finish this up by wiring it all. And of course, I can't just leave the wire boring. It's a little hard to see, but I actually took a brake line protector, just a giant coil of wire, and fed the wiring through it so you don't see that tan color wire going through the lamp, because it wouldn't fit very well for, the style I'm going for. So I covered it with the protector, and I actually painted the socket casing, which was bamboo, black because, again, I don't want to take away from the, metal look that I'm going for. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if I put the wiring back together correctly, because, man, I'm not good with wiring. So hopefully it's a 50-50 shot. So hopefully it works. Hey, okay, it does. Good. I didn't mess that part up, which honestly I'm a little surprised. So I wanted to make sure to put a dimmer switch on this one, because if it's just all the way on, it's a little too bright to, stare at. But the whole point of a cool Edison bulb is being able to look at it. So I wanted to make sure I could be able to turn it down a little bit so I can actually enjoy, the cool bulb I put in there. Well, that wraps all of this up. Thanks for coming to check it out. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. But don't worry, I'm not going to send you out of here without B-roll!